Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're reviewing Legends of Tomorrow Season 3. Finally getting Arrowverse content back. It's kind of exciting, I'd say. And overall, not much else to say, but we can really just get started. One more thing, the Black Lightning seasons, I'm trying to figure out what to do with those, because I think I'm going to go right to either do Black Lightning Season 1, or I'm just going to go right to Flash Season 5. I'm debating, but I'll figure it out eventually. Let me know if you think I should do Black Lightning. Let me know if it's good, because I haven't heard too much. I've heard some of the seasons 3 and 4 are great. I haven't heard much about 1 and 2. So let me know, and let me know if I should do Black Lightning. I'll watch some more reviews on it before I really get to it. I'm not going to do another Arrowverse video for a little while, probably within 2 weeks, but probably 3 weeks. But we can get started. This is what happens when you pass 20-second recaps. This season isn't about kind of focusing on kind of a route. So it involves this time demon named Mullis who wants to conquer time, I guess. Decent enough motivation. And then you see that throughout the season, he's trying to get out through the darks, and he's possessing Nora, trying to find a way to get out, and then you kind of see all that stuff unfold as the season goes on. I do think I have problems with it, but it's a really fun season overall. So this is probably the season that I feel like I have the least to talk about so far. You'll know what I mean when I get there, at least with some of the bad stuff. But overall, I would say that, yeah, that's pretty much with that. So they have to stop Malice, or whatever his name is, throughout the runtime of the season, and you see a bunch of anomalies. The 6 totems appear for the first time. Well, one of them has appeared since the beginning of season 2, or even Arrow season 4. But overall, yeah. Now you have the episode go through. Starting out with episode 1 of Rubicon, continues kind of where the last episode right off. Rip Hunter has created this thing called the Time Bureau, or Time Bureaucracy. I think that's what it's short for. Where they kind of took over the Legends stuff, so you kind of see them go back. But now, an anachronism has showed up, which is like, it's kind of like the variant. If I had to put it one way, it's kind of like an anachronism is kind of like a variant, I would say, but it's a little bit different than that. But overall, you kind of see some stuff with that, and Julius Caesar showing up in Aruba, so kind of fun there. Episode 2, we can just really some more development on Nate and Amaya's relationship. That's practically it. Episode 3, episode 3, Zari. You meet the character of Zari, where she see her totem for the first time, and a bunch of stuff with that, and you kind of see her just begin to use it, and you see her join the Legends practically, and you meet the character of, what's his name, Kawazi or something like that, Kawaza, you see, and she ends up being kind of a villain that works for Dark later. Episode 4, Phone Home. You see another anachronism. You see what's it called? A Dominator trying to go for 8-year-old Ray Palmer, and they kind of have to stop it. That's practically what it is. Episode 5, Return of the Mac. This is where you really start to get into the season. You see Damien Darking brought up from the dead. You see Nora Dark for the first time in this episode. Some more action in that. Episode 6, Helen Hunt. You see this character of Helen of Troy in this movie, and apparently they want to kill her. People want to kill her, stuff like that. I don't quite remember. Episode 7, Welcome to the Jungle. In this episode, you see stuff involving, like, what's it called? You see Mick's dad for not for the first and I think last time in the Vietnam War, and a bunch of stuff involving that. Garage shows up, and some more information on the totems. Episode 8, the crossover. Episode 9, Be-Will, the God of War. You see the first really big anachronism involving the involving Vikings and Christmas isn't created. There's some fun stuff to be had with this. And Damien Dark shows up as Thor of Asgard. Or not Thor, Odin of Asgard. I mean, I accept it. I have too much fun with it to not. Episode 10, Daddy Dark, is kind of more like kind of body horror or possessed horror or stuff like that kind of episode. This is probably the creepiest episode that I've seen on Legends or even the Arrowverse so far. But it's kind of fun too. You see little Nora and Constantine trying to help her. Episode 11, Here I Go Again. This one is involves the ship blowing up in a time loop with Sorry just trying to learn stuff. Yeah, it's not important. Episode 12, The Curse of the Earth Totem. You see them going back to the 1700s with what's his name, Captain Blackbeard or some pirate stuff, and then them trying to get the Earth Totem, but there's a curse, and then the Dark show up. Episode 13, No Country for Old Dads. It's not really anything like No Country for an Old Man, but overall you see them trying to go back and fix the fire totem. You see it's kind of like the Elysian of the episode The Elysian of Doom, that 10th episode of of season 2. It's somewhat of that, but I think this one, I don't think it's quite as good here, but it's still really fun. Episode 14, Amazing Grace. This is the last of the totems because Kawaza had the water totem. Back in episode 12, Dark steals the spirit totem from Maya, and then both the earth totem and Dark steals the fire totem from Detroit sometime in episode 12 and 11, and then the earth totem they get brought into, and then there's one other one I'm missing. Earth. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, and then the earth. Wait, earth, water, fire, earth. Wait, water, fire, earth, spirits. I'm missing one. And then there's the Death Totem, which is in this episode, involving Elvis Presley, which I think it's kind of a fun episode. And overall, yeah. Episode 15, Necromancing the Stone. This one involves Sarah getting possessed by Mollis, and the Death Totem kind of doesn't help with that. And yeah. Episode 16, Ava, this character of Ava that's been introduced since like episode 1 of the season, it's turned out that she's a clone. She learns her secret. Kind of weird. I was expecting the secret to be much more, but because they mentioned in episode 14 or 15 or something like that. I also forgot to mention episode 13 is the one with episode 12 is the first one with Wally and the Legends. He should have been put in the Legends a little bit earlier. Like he should have been put in the Legends like back in like or maybe like episode 7 or I'd say episode 9. Episode 9. Yeah, that's a good enough time. You see the clone Ava. Episode 17, you see them trying to get Mollis out so they could kill him and be rid of him. And then episode 18 is the episode where they defeat him and stuff like that. I don't know, I'm getting really tired of these episode go-throughs, but they've kind of helped the review a little bit. So what is the 6th totem? Let's see, there's the order of them being introduced. Oh, air. I missed the one with that Zari had, the air totem. Zari had that one the whole time. It never got out of any hands or stuff like that. Next up, we have the good. So a lot of the good. This season overall, you're always on the edge of your seat. You're just hooked in through. I was just being hooked in throughout it. It's a fun season. Damien Dark, I think, is at his best in this season. I think he's even better in the season than he was in season 2. Nora Dark's a pretty good character. Some of the other characters I really enjoyed, like I really enjoyed Wally throughout the season, or he's really in just like the last 6 episodes, I want to say. But he's still a fun character throughout it. And overall, I just really enjoy all the stuff involving just the plot involving the anachronisms. Eventually, it does get kind of tiring, especially like some of the episodes just are very dull. Like the beginning of the season, it took a little while for the season to get going. Episode 5 is really when the season started to get going with all the fun stuff that I really enjoyed throughout the season. And overall, I think the time travel sequences are not as good as they have been in the past. Like, I think both seasons 2 and 1, I think were a bit better at that. And the whole anachronism thing, like, when you really think about it, how grand these things are, It's kind of fun to see them go back. Like, I feel like episode 9 of season 2 feels like an episode of season 3 because it's literally an anachronism involving George Lucas not making Star Wars and Indiana Jones, or having the idea of Indiana Jones, because still Steven Spielberg technically directed it. Well, he did direct it. And overall, I think there's a lot of fun to be had with this kind of concept. Some of the new characters I think were great. Kind of like Eve, I think, is a good character. Really, if you take the relationship part about it, because it doesn't really work. I think she's a good character. Zari's a great character. I really enjoyed Wally and the Legends. Damien Dark and Nora, I think, are pretty fun in this season. Although I think Nate started off really annoying in the season. Once you get past, I'd say, like, I'd say the crossover, I would say he gets a lot better. Because, like, throughout the first couple episodes, I thought he was super annoying. First, like, 3 or 4 episodes. Yeah, 4 episodes, I'd say. Then after that, he became a great character again. But overall, there's a lot of fun to be had, and I was really enjoying myself throughout the season. So, that's pretty much a lot of the good. Now you have the bad. There's not much I'd say is mixed, really. All the stuff I'd say I don't like, I can't really pinpoint exactly what I don't like. Like, is it the ending? Like, I think there's some weird plot points, especially the one involving, I think their biggest problem, they rushed the ending. Like, I literally feel like a lot of the seasons, like, for example, like, I think the best seasons, the seasons that had the best end, I feel like you can't, like, some seasons I think draw it out too much. Like, Arrow season 5, Arrow season 3, Supergirl season, not necessarily. Yeah, Supergirl season 1, I guess. Those ones that kind of like drag the ending out within a bit too much. And then there's other seasons that I'd say don't drag it out, just get it perfectly with, I'd say, a 3-episode conclusion. Those are Flash season 2, Flash season 1, Arrow season 2, Arrow season 1, and Legends of Tomorrow season 2. Those 3 or 2-episode ending, and those 5 seasons I'd say did it perfectly. Stargirl season 1 also did a great job with that. But then there's some of the seasons that really just rush the ending. I'd say, although Arrow season 4, despite I don't like the ending, it actually does get the 3-episode mark, possibly 4. It kind of drags it out a little bit, but it doesn't bother me really. I'm not going to count it because I don't like the season. Then there's seasons that really just rush the ending. Like Legends of Tomorrow season 1 and 3, I'd say falter for that problem. Supergirl season 3 really rushes the ending. So, I mean, I really wish they should have put an episode between guest starring John Noble and The Good, the Bad, and the Cuddly, because it feels like you're just getting thrusted right into the ending. Because I think the episode, it's a great episode, don't get me wrong, but it's not a great finale. Because I think the fact that the way they defeated Malice wasn't really that satisfying overall, because it doesn't feel like we really got to spend much time with him as a character. We really just got to see him through Nora Dark's body. I wish we saw him through the last 2 episodes, and then maybe got rid of one of the episodes. Maybe like episode 11 they could have gotten rid of, or episode 2. I think they could have gotten rid of one of those 2 episodes. Because those are the only 2 really like filler episodes of the season. There's some kind of filler ones like episode 6, episode 13, and some other ones too, but they're still kind of fun. But overall, that's kind of what I'd say. I think there's not much bad to the season. The good outweighs the bad. I think the good's a lot more broader than the bad is. But overall, I really enjoy the season. And I don't really give seasons final scores, which I think I might start doing. But I think this is probably a middle tier over season. I don't like it as much as season 2, just because they didn't nail the ending. I wish they nailed the ending a bit better, because they just rushed it too much. But I was really enjoying myself throughout the season. Especially when I got through, like, episodes 10, 13, 5. Throughout the season, I was really enjoying myself. It was a really fun season. So I do recommend this one. It's one of the middle tier ones that I've seen so far. I put it between, I'd say I do like it, definitely I like it less than Flash Season 3. But I like it a little bit more than Flash Season 4, so I'm putting it between the 2 Flash seasons. Supergirl Season 3 is probably, like, right behind that. Or Arrow, no. I'd say I'm debating whether I like Arrow Season 6 more than Flash Season 4. Yeah, I'd say I do. You know what? I think I like it more than Arrow Season 6, but I don't like it more than Flash Season 3. Literally, year 6 is in 3. The best is Legend Season 3, Arrow Season 6, Flash Season 4, and Supergirl Season 3. That's just like one row. Supergirl Season 1 might be better than Season 3. I understand that's unpopular, but I don't care. Anyway, not much else to say, but thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below, and see you guys next time. Adios.